Hey everybody, it's Mark again. I'm still working on this Japan-made Nissan 100-day anniversary clock, and I want to mention something. After I put the suspension spring on, somehow I got it too long, so I had to take it all back apart and redo it. And if I did this for a living, or if I was the Oliver company, I would make templates for every clock out there. And here I have a template that I took my skill saw, put a groove in this wood, then took a Dremel and carved out this stuff. And so now, with the bottom plate being in this groove, you can even take rubber bands and wrap around this wood to keep the suspension spring in place while you're working on it. But with this cutout, this bottom block can be put in there and easily screwed, where earlier I was trying to hold it with my fingers and all that. But I identified this template. If I ever work on one of these clocks again, I will have this template readily available. And so here's some wood. I put a bunch of grooves in with my saw. That way I can make more templates for my next torsion clocks that I'm working on. So the next step is to put this back in this top section here and add the screw pin that goes in. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, I got the both the bottom block and the upper block on. I got the piece of tape on the ball nearest me, and then I put all these other pieces of tape to help me determine, like I was telling you before, instead of using that diagram that's in the 400-day clock repair guide, you could take non-permanent markers, or in this case I use tape, just to give me an ideal of as I'm viewing the escapement wheel, the tape gives me an ideal of where to look for. And again, I want, if the escapement wheel exit and entry palette clicked on this piece of tape, I want it to click again 180 degrees plus a little bit more on the very opposite side of where this ball here is, because that is my identification marker. And I have the beat setting tool attached. I have the top screw loose. That way I can move the top section as I am rotating this. So I'm going to, maybe you could see things if I put my camera over here. I don't know for sure. I hope you can. I'm going to explain what I'm doing. But I'm going to, I got it wound up, and I'm going to move this until the escapement wheel clicks. And I'm actually going the wrong way, so I need to go the other way. There it clicked. And it is right here. Hopefully you can see. It's right here. So if it clicks again 180 degrees from where that tape is, I'm going to tighten up that screw and call it good. Plus, the clock is level. No part of this pendulum is touching the pendulum cup. It's not doing this thing, so I need to move the pallet fork using the beat setting tool. Yeah, still not moving, so I'm going to move it a little bit more. I think I went the wrong way. And a lot of times on these smaller clocks, you have to go a little bit further. But we'll find out. I think I'm making too far of adjustments. Okay, hopefully you could see me. It's clicking here and it's clicking here. It's not 180 degrees. If it clicked here, then it needs to click over here. If it clicked here, then it needs to click over here. So I need to adjust the pallet fork some more. Here and here. I'm going to adjust it some more. Going the wrong way. Also, just noticed the problem. Somehow, I put a kink in my wire. So I'm going to take, let me see if you could see that. I'm pretty sure is when I was putting the blocks on. So I'm going to take a pair of pliers, a pair of needle nose that are smooth jaw, and a pair of tweezers, and see if I can fix that kink. So stand by. I get the wire straightened out, and the problem is, it was my fault. The hole to put the suspension spring in, it needs to go from the front, where I was going from the side, and that's how I got kinked. But I got it straightened out, and the pallet fork for this clock was closed too much. So as you are rotating the pendulum, just like in my other videos where I say, in order to set the beat in a clock, there should be some space. That way inertia will come off of this and come off of this. But there wasn't any space in this clock. I still have some fine-tune adjustments on it, but the main purpose behind this video is to show you this. If I was doing this for a living, I would make up templates. You could purchase this suspension spring adjustment tool. I've looked at them. I don't like them, but I don't do this every day either, so but I would make up templates for these type of clocks. That way, if I ever work on one of these clocks again, I will know I already got a template made up. And Derek, if I was you who do this for a living, that's what I would do. I would make up templates. It's easier to put the spring, to tighten up the screws with the bottom block being in that hole. You could hold it down in that hole, tighten up the screws. Same way with the fork and the top block. Again, I hope y'all like this video. Please leave me comments. I try to answer every one of the comments. Please leave me feedback. Let me know what you think. And God bless and have a great day.